Vale, pues nada, estamos con Slay de Princess y vamos a continuar con la aventura. Que anteriormente en el capítulo uno, o sea, estamos en el capítulo 2, ¿no? No de la serie, sino del juego. Hemos matado a la princesa y a ver qué ocurre ahora. Que hemos hecho la lección más evidente, matar a la princesa. Ahora bien, ¿qué va a traer esto como consecuencias? Ya veremos, porque nos han matado a nosotros también. Pero seguro que esto evoluciona para mal, o sea que ya veremos. Venga, a darle.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Vamos a ir ya directamente para allá, ¿no? Pero si ya había muerto, ¿qué hago aquí? Me va a volver a matar.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again. Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed. Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us. Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Supongo que en estos momentos estoy diciendo la verdad, pero vale, ok, ir a la cabaña, venga. Vamos a ir ya para allá. Es la única opción que nos queda, vaya. Que no hayamos probado antes. Nos quedamos ya sin opciones, ¿eh? De tanto hablar de este tipo de cosas.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We mostly listened to you. How were we supposed to know she'd spring back to life? If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here. At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else.
Es un buen punto,
We
claro,
were
aunque esto ya
so
hemos
close to
hablado, pero
finishing the
bueno.
job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine. That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip. You'll save the world in no time at all. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. It couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Ir a la cabaña, venga. Vamos para allá. Pues nada, divino príncipe.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Coger la
Are
hoja.
we really doing this without a weapon? You know she has one, right? Once again, I'd like to remind you that she's unarmed. But you're right, this would be a lot easier if you had the blade. I hope you know what you're doing.
Ah, mierda, he metido sin querer. Tío, pensaba que me daría la opción de ir para atrás,
The
pero
door
bueno.
to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
Va a ser un vampiro o un zombie o alguna mierda así esta vez, ya
The air
verás.
seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. You can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice. Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. Exactly. She sounds threatening because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Me vas a apuñalar si me acerco, ¿a que sí? ¿Te acuerdas de lo que pasó la última vez? Sé que tienes un cuchillo, te sacaré de aquí si me lo sueltas. Esta acción es muy buena. Esta acción es muy buena, de hecho. Me gustaría confiar en ti, pero ahora mismo me pareces muy sospechosa.
We don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who has the capacity to quickly arm himself? You do. So stop second-guessing yourself, go upstairs, take the blade, and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
That doesn't sound like me.
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen. Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
Nosotros y ya está, vaya.
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
Subir, vale, subir y coger el cuchillo, perfecto, vamos para allá. Me parece buen plan, la verdad. Aunque probablemente cuando vuelva...
It's boring if you leave.
Me da igual.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all. How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do?
Qué gore, ¿no? Cuando quiero
At
el juego
least
es
we're
muy
safe
gore.
here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion.
Se va a cortar la muñeca, vaya, 100%.
Then she slices through her arm.
Míralo, te lo he
Okay,
dicho.
maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. That won't stop us from trying. Run, 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 run!
Eso te iba a decir, digo, corre.
You sprint for the stairs, but I wasn't exaggerating when I said she was running at you with a terrifying speed you couldn't hope to outpace. We don't make it, do we? No. You feel her blade in your back before you make it to the first stair.
Bien, qué rico.
I'm going to kill you now.
With a squelch, she does just that.
Qué rico. ¿Objeto o pastel?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Soy objeto, efectivamente. Yo tengo 3 sin escapatoria, perfecto. El tren llegó demasiado
You're
lejos.
on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. What? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting
bueno.
mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? Who cares about cards? You're all acting like this is about winning and losing, while this is actually about having fun. How can you care about having fun at a time like this? There is someone, something out there pulling the strings, and we're all just puppets until we can figure out how to see them. But what if that someone is us, eh? Eh? Wouldn't that be neat? If we were the ones pulling the strings, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have died twice already. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. It's only too much responsibility if these worlds are real. Let's just stay focused.
Lo
shall
hice
we?
con voz como si fuera loco, ¿sabes? Como si
The only
estuviera loco.
furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
No me da la opción de dejarla ahí, ¿eh?
And then, we throw it out the window. What? That blade is the only edge we have? We are not. Too late, because we already did it, didn't we? Fortunately for the rest of you, and for me, and for the sake of the world, yes. That is horribly unfair. He shouldn't be allowed to just do things like that. You were the one who made us pick it up. See? You're not the only one who can figure out how to do things. What's done is done. I suggest you make the best of it. Oh, is this how things are going to be now? All of us vying over a single body? Fine. See this corner? It's mine. And I'd better not see any of you trying to invade my personal space. So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. It isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. We can see our reality just fine. Why should we trust his? You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror, where it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Limpia el espejo. Va a estar detrás mío, ¿verdad? Va a aparecer detrás mío cuando lo limpie.
Reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
Ah, bueno, también vale,
And the mirror's
supongo.
gone. Surprising.
También ha funcionado,
I can't say
supongo.
I was particularly invested in looking at it before, but now I really want to see what's in it. If it's so keen on hiding from us, whatever it has must be real good. It feels like it's hiding something from us. It's part of the big picture. I just know it. That's why it's being kept from us. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Pues vamos, venga, perfecto.
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom. As your body tumbles onto the basement landing, the form of the princess comes into view, wryly smiling at you from a distance.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. And you still don't have a weapon. That's funny! That's a joke! I'm going to kill you now.
Yes, that was extremely silly of whoever did that. Probably a bad idea. That was you. I know, I'm just trying to add some levity to this. Well, since all of this was your idea, how about you figure out how to get us out of it? Oh, guys like us don't get to make any decisions. You should know that. I decided to pick up that blade, and you decided to throw it out the window. I take it back. Having my own corner clearly isn't working because I can still hear you three yelling at each other. She's going to kill us again, you know. Especially if we keep fighting with ourselves. We need to get rid of our thoughts. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Perfecto. Me encanta mi vida, la verdad.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Alright, I'm out of ideas. What are we doing?
Tiene que haber tercera opción. ¿Vamos a luchar contra ella? Obviamente, no, gracias. Vamos a pedir a su autoridad, le haremos un poco de la pelota. No veo ningún motivo para no... que vamos a salir de esta hablando. Vamos a rendirnos incondicionalmente. Voy a optar por no dejar que nos apuñale. Podemos esquivarla, ¿no? También es una buena
That'll show
opción.
her. Yeah, a bit of reverse psychology. I like it. How does unconditionally surrendering work for us? Does it have to be unanimous? I think it's up to the one making the decisions. We're really all just here in an advisory role. Let's see how it goes.
Me rindo, haré lo que quieras, venga.
Surrendering, are we? Don't you know it takes two to stop a fight?
Ah, shit.
Mierda.
Before you can make another move, she skewers you.
Pero no dice que haya muerto, entonces.
Ow! We deserved it. Can't even surrender right. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? Nah, we'd know if we died. Right? You're on it. No, you're in it. Where the hell are you? We're dead, aren't we? We're dead. How long have we been dead? Have we been dead the whole time? Dead. Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? I don't actually know how to answer that question. I think he means how many times have we died? Yes, that. Oh, I've lost count, to be honest. I haven't. It's 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
Eso sea contra ella, obviamente. Vamos a pedir a ver a su autoridad. Voy a optar por no dejar que nos apuñale. Puedo esquivar, me hace chupado. Voy a intentar ligar con ella. Esa opción me gusta. Pensar algo mejor. Ligar con ella. No funciona y te mata otra vez, una y otra vez. Te mueres, se difumina a medida que la consciencia salta de una vida a otra. Y otra, y conservando solo fragmentos.
On those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. Skewers you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you. More noise isn't helping, it's just making it harder to focus. Just keep dodging, just keep dodging, just keep dodging. She skewers you.
What's the point of avoiding me if you're not going to fight?
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. We don't even have a weapon. Yeah, some clod threw it out the window. Again, that was you. No, I was just the clod who suggested it. And if I knew we'd be stuck here forever, I wouldn't have done that. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We lasted a little longer. Barely. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. Fine. One last time. None of this is working. Think. She skewers you.
Perfecto, va todo genial, la
And
verdad.
then everything goes dark. And you die.
Me encanta mi vida. Hemos durado más esta vez, es cierto. Capítulo 4, el vaso vacío. Ey, hay más, esto sigue. Pues nada, en ese caso cortamos por hoy, ¿vale? Ya tenemos que en el capítulo 4, que esto avanza aún más, en el próximo capítulo. Venga, vale, un besazo, vale. Adiós.